Hi everyone. So gonna do our new moon flow here in the Limber Tree Studio, just so folks can get like the effect of this new moon series and kind of what it feels like here in this space. I love this space because I think it has a lot of life to it. We're talking live plants, wooden doors, moss wall, and I think that there is a certain sense of serenity here, along with growth. That being said, when it comes to new moons, the new moon practice is one that allows us to set some clear intentions. We always say, within yoga, when we come to our mat, set your intention. And I think that sometimes it starts off with, just letting go of negative thoughts, and you can keep it really general, and you can always swing back to that. And I think that there's also this space of us wanting and needing to be really clear about our intention, right? I think that you can keep it general, and that's a good way to do it, because you never know, I don't think, how things are going to show up in your life. I feel that God or the universe or whoever you want to call, the greater energy, the creator, right, likes surprises. And doesn't want you to have to figure out all of the detailing of things. I do feel, though, that it is our responsibility for us to get in alignment with that greater positive energy and driving life force. And that's what this new moon in Sagittarius is all about. Right? It is this space for us to be able to come together to plant some seeds of deep clarity and intention around the power of positivity. So with that said, why don't we go ahead and come into our practice just through some deep breaths like we've been doing. So inhaling and then exhaling. So on our inhale, we're going to think about the space of planting the seed of optimism and positive possibility. Holding at the top of our inhale. And then on our exhale, we're thinking about releasing any negative energy, blocks, habits, thought patterns that keep us from planting the seed, right? Or keep us from watering it to its growth, right? And the watering it is that coming back to it again and again, right? That there is power in positive possibility. So that being said, and this space of optimism, right? I think that there also is this space of realism. I was listening to some sermon type stuff on the way over here, just kind of talking about like the story of Solomon and David, and there being this call, like, when David is dying and Solomon goes to like his father's bedside and he says, there are some things that you need to do in terms of stepping into your own to become a man, right? And I don't think that comes from a space and a frame of like, be men. I think it comes from a space of taking ownership and accountability and seeking that clarity and having those hard conversations and being honest and truthful with with yourself within that, right? So always understanding that there is power and positive possibilities of things that are coming your way, and, right, there's always the inverse to that, right? The yin and the yang, right? So you have to be able to balance yourself with this soothing space of like nurture, and I feel like the nature, right, is like the yang space, in various forms. It's like, if you think about it from like a space of weather and condition, that would be like another thing, right? Like storms are really absolutely incredible. Snow is super incredible, right? This space of like nature, and there can be serenity and stillness within it, but it also, right, can be the very thing, right, that without the right like preparation, and acknowledgement of what is, right, it can very easily like hurt you. So our task at hand is finding that balance as we walk within it, and always remembering that we ourselves are part of this space of nature, right? That we are nature in ourselves. And so finding, right, a way within us, understanding both, right, our chaos and our serenity, right? And I think that middle line, right, that space of balance between the two is our peace. So knowing how to be still and to let things come, and also knowing how to act, and to drive things forward. So, all right. Coming into our seat, you can let the crown of the head lift up to the sky. So coming back into that sentiment of our inhale, we plant the seed of optimism and recognize the power in positive possibilities. And then on our exhale, we release any blockages, right? Negative patterns, habits, thoughts that keep us from receiving those possibilities. Okay, so nice deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, I plant the seed of optimism. Exhale, I release any negative thought or pattern that blocks me from the grace of receiving. Inhale. I plant the seed of clarity. Exhale. I let go of any illusion or fantasy that isn't in alignment with the greater good of myself in this world. Nice deep inhale. I plant the seed of positive possibilities. Exhale. I release any negative thought or negative seeds of possibilities. Understanding that there is no room for space within them here. Let's go for 2 more big breaths on your own. Exhale. 2 more. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And exhale. If your eyes are closed, you can slowly blink open your eyes and bring yourself back into the room and into the space. Maybe noticing any detailing that you haven't noticed any engravings in the wood, right? Colors of the walls, fingerprints on the mirror, right? And then slowly turn and look up past your right shoulder. Relax and release through the jawline. And slowly move your head through your center line and turn and look out past your left. Slowly turn your head and bring it back to center line. Hands come to your knees. Inhale. Chest moves forward. Exhale. Chest moves back. Inhale. Chest moves forward. Exhale. Chest moves back. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale back to your center line. Your left hand comes to your right knee and your right hand swims back behind you. Turn and look. Turn from the chest, the upper part of the back. Roll back and down through that left shoulder blade. Relax and release through the jaw and through the neck. And then slowly bring yourself through your center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Hand comes to knee, opposite hand pulls back and behind. Turn and look behind you. Fingertips tend to the base of the spine. Raise up through the crown of the head. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. 1 more time. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly bring yourself back to your center line. Take your fingertips out in front of you. And let yourself shift over the top of the shins as you reach your fingertips out, and your hands can grip onto the mat as you pull up and in on your low belly and create some extra compression on the tops of the thighs. Big inhale here. Breathe into the back body. Ground down through the palms. Exhale. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. 1 more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk your hands over towards the right hand side. Turn your torso down towards the earth. Grip with the palms and pull down through your left hip. Big inhale here. And exhale. 1 more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk yourself through your center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Turn your chest, grip onto the earth, round and pull down through your hips. Big inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk yourself back to your center line. Draw your fingertips out in front of you. Ground down through the palms. Breathe into the hips. And then slowly walk your hands back towards you. Take your legs out in front of you, soles of the feet come down to the mat. Fingertips can turn to look back towards you. You're gonna press up through the chest. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, let your knees drop over to the right hand side as you still press here. Check in with the arms, the forearms. Are you feeling anything? Any tightness that you haven't felt before? Stay where you're at, yeah. I just need to recognize that I'm on low power mode. And same thing on that opposite side. Press into your palms. Exhale, let your knees drop over to that opposite side. Hold in here. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale, bring your knees back to your center, press into your palms, and then just raise up through the hips, reverse table. Big inhale here. Breathe into the belly, exhale. Seat touches down, inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more time, inhale up. Exhale down. Bring yourself all the way down and onto your back. Pull your knees up into your chest and give yourself a nice big hug here. Check in with your hips. Yeah. If anyone ever wonders why I do yoga for lots of reasons, but when it comes to asana, that big pop in the hips, that would be one of the reasons. Nice deep inhale. Alright. Shifting back and forth side to side, just rocking along your spine. Take the soles of the feet up to the sky. And flex through the feet and pull down through the knees, coming into a happy baby. Maybe straighten through one leg. Maybe straighten through that opposite leg. Slowly pull down through the low belly. Keep flexing through the feet. And slowly release. Soles of the feet come down to the earth. Extend through that left leg, interlock your fingers around the front part of your right shin. You can take some like circles here with the knee if you want to. Setting your intention and then slowly circle back. And then take the sole of the foot high to the sky, flex through the leg, and then walk up the back part of the calf as you pull the leg down towards you. Press down through the back part of the calf and then raise your chest. Maybe chin comes to shin, maybe it doesn't. Maybe take your chin towards your chest and bring your forehead to meet your knee. And then exhale, slowly release. That left hand comes to the outside of the right knee and then right hand comes long and wide as you turn and stack your right hip over your left. Pull down through your right shoulder. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And slowly pull your knee back to your center. Same thing on that opposite side, extend through your right leg. Take that left knee into your left hand and maybe create a few circles here, opening up through your hips. Pull that knee down towards your armpit, tuck your chin in towards your chest, straighten through the spine by pulling the chin down and elongating through the crown of the head. And then take the sole of the foot high to the sky. Big inhale here. Walk up the back part of the thigh and pull the forehead. Either to meet the knee, tuck the chin in towards the chest, you can create some extra compression here. And then aim the chin towards the shin, maybe. Still find that extension through the leg though. And then put a bend in the knee and then the right hand comes to the outside of the left knee, left hand comes long and wide and turn and stack your left hip over your right. Look up past your left fingertips. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly pull yourself back to your center line. Give yourself a nice big hug here. Arms around the front part of the shins. Shifting back and forth side to side. And then let's go ahead and just rock and roll on our spines. And we'll bring ourselves all the way up and over our hands and knees. Or using our hands to come to our knees. Take whatever transition you need to get there. Coming into your tabletop, and then finding some barrel rolls here just to open up through the hips. Your low belly stays engaged. Your shoulders are over your wrists, and you're just kind of shifting back and forth side to side here. Go ahead and tuck through the toes. You're going to lift and hover with the knees. Big inhale here. And then inhale into your cow, your chest pulls forward, the knees still hovered, and then exhale to your cat. Inhale into cat. Exhale to cat. One more time. Inhale into cat. Exhale into cat. And then send the hips back and high down dog. Pedal out through the heels, check in with the hands and the palms. Hands are nice and wide. Turn the points of the elbows so they look back at you. And then slowly walk your hands back to meet your feet. Back to the mat. Let yourself hang heavy here. Kind of shifting back and forth side to side. Shaking the head yes. Shaking the head no. Inhale. Sweep yourself all the way up to stand. Arms come high to the sky. Pull up out of the waist. Pull the inside of your thighs to try to come together to touch. So you're zipping up through your midline rather than collapsing on the outsides of your hips. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold down and over the tops of the thighs. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Bring yourself back into that hover. And then you're gonna take your right knee to your right elbow. Kick it back and high. Bring it back into the elbow and then step it back. Same thing with the left. Kick it high, pull it into the elbow, step it back. We'll go for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Nice deep inhale here. Drop down to the knees, tops of the feet, foot flat, inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale. Back into table. Take that left leg back behind you. Right hand extends. Pick that left leg up off the mat. Slow pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale. Really extend through the fingertips and through the heel. Make that curve in the spine. Try not to drop into the outside of the hip and then swing the hand around to grab onto the inside of the foot. Kick into the hand. Pull up through the heart and chest. Exhale. Cross that knee back behind and scoop yourself back into a cross-legged child. Be mindful of your knees and your hips here, right? Especially the knee on the underneath space, right? So that left knee, check in just with the kneecap. Draw your fingertips out in front of you. If this is too much, you can always just hang out here. You don't have to pull yourself as far back, right? And then slowly, walk your hands back towards you as you take your feet out to the side and you come into what would be a horse face posture. So you're gonna slowly kind of press down through the heels, lift and adjust. Hold the crown of the head high to the sky. And then bring yourself down and over the tops of your thighs. Relaxing and releasing on the outside of your head. Trying to keep your sit bones down to the earth. Big inhale. And exhale. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. Last one, big inhale. And then exhale slowly. You're going to come out of it the same way that you went into it. So you're going to walk yourself forward, release your foot, step it back underneath your knee. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale into cat. Exhale into cat. Inhale. Hover your knees. You're going to do the same thing again, but the left knee is going to touch the left elbow. Kick it back and high. Shift it forward. Step it back. Right knee. Kick it high. Step it in and back. You go for 4. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Drop down to the knees. This time, that right knee comes back behind your left. And you're going to shift yourself back into that cross-legged child's. Big inhale here. Check in with your hips. Check in with the compression. Pulling on the low belly. Right, check in with the compression of the groin. Big inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk your hands back towards you. Coming into that horse face posture. Knees are stacked. Chest lifts high. Big inhale here. And then exhale, pull yourself down and over the top of that leg. Find the compression. Make sure that your hips are nice and straight. Big inhale. Exhale. 2 more big breaths here, big inhale. And exhale. Last one, big inhale. Exhale slowly, pull yourself back up. You use your hands to walk yourself up and over. Hands plant. Take that knee underneath your hips. Inhale into your cat. Exhale into your cat. 2 more. Inhale into cat. Exhale into cat. 1 more time. Inhale into cat. Exhale into cat. Tuck the toes. Cover the knees. And then walk the hips back to the sky. Hands walk back to meet your feet. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, down and over. And then inhale. Arms sweep high to the sky. Exhale. Hands move down to your heart line. Okay. How's everyone feeling? I feel like I like calling response stuff in class, obviously. Like, but it's always funny to be in a space where you're recording and you want to shout out to people, but it's essentially just you talking to yourself. But grateful for the folks that like tune into it, and that it speaks to y'all in a certain way. So we're gonna come into some warrior postures and kind of a mandala style around the mat and then back around, so more of a moon flow. So inhale, step out with your right foot. Arms sweep high to the sky. Exhale, hold here in your high crescent lunge, checking with your hips. Your tailbone is tucked. Your leg tries to straighten by pressing back through the heel but still engaging the glute. And that left hip pulls forward as your right hip pulls back. Big inhale here. Exhale, drop down to that back heel and bring yourself into your warrior 2. Right foot is forward, left foot is back. Reach to the fingertips, big inhale here. Exhale, straighten through your leg and hinge at the hip. This hand comes down to the shin. Opposite hand comes high to the sky, triangle pose. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. You can always take your hand back behind you, maybe to catch a bind with the hip, open up through the chest. Wrap your muscles around your bones, put a bend in the knee. Big inhale here. Maybe you even come to the ball of your foot, that's optional. Right? A little strength builder, hand high to the sky, and then pull your fingertips towards the front of the room. Big inhale here. Exhale. Hand plants. Come on to the ball of the back foot. That right hand comes high to the sky, left hand is planted. Big inhale here. Exhale. Turn yourself towards the inner arch of your mat. Drop down to that back knee, and then your right toes turn out. And you come down into your forearms, coming into a lizard lunge. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. You can always press down through the top of that back foot, firing up through that back leg and glute, being mindful of your knee, the quad. Big inhale. Exhale. Hold 1 more time. Big inhale. And then exhale. Come to your palms. You're going to tuck your back toes. And then turn your right toes towards that upper left-hand corner of the mat as you pop your left toes up. Coming in to your low squat here and your steep inhale. Exhale, hold here. 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale. Hands can plant. You're going to raise yourself to your center line and turn your toes in to come into a wide-legged forward fold. Crown of the head moves down to the earth. If that's easy for you to touch the crown of the head, heel toe your feet in. And your heels still kick out, toes turn in, unless you've got sciatica stuff going on. If that's the case, keep your feet on straight. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. Let the weight of the upper body pull you into the posture a little bit more. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale. Walk yourself over to the opposite side of the mat. Left toes turn out. Come down into that low squat. Think about you can stay here. Try not to take your toes on this left knee. or knee beyond your toes, right? So it's trying to pull up through the crown of the head. You can always use blocks. Try to breathe through it. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, you're gonna lift through your hips and pivot and turn towards the back of the mat. So left foot's in front, right hand plants, left hand comes high to the sky. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. Maybe you hop your back foot in ever so slightly and then bring yourself into that side angle. Back heel can drop, hand can come to the inside of the foot. You can also casually rest on the knee. Opposite hand high to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale, reach here. Exhale, pull yourself all the way up, straighten through your front leg. Wrap your muscles around your bones, hinge at the hip, and then hand comes down to shin. Opposite hand raises high. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, pull yourself up and into your warrior two. That left knee moving towards that left baby toe. And then you're gonna pivot on the ball of that back foot. High crescent lunge. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, you're gonna spot next, well, let's come into a warrior three first. So put some buoyancy in the legs, y'all. And then you're gonna pop yourself up into a warrior three. Your back leg lifts as the toe flexes. You can always use blocks here, but try to keep yourself lifted out of this left hip. Nice deep inhale. We have a tendency to crash into it. So really power up here. Nice deep inhale. And then exhale, step that left foot down. So meet the right. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, let yourself fall down and over the tops of the thighs. And then inhale, pull yourself all the way up to standing. Exhale. Hands are gonna move down to heart line. So we're gonna continue to turn all the way through it. So inhale, arms sweep high to the sky. This time, your left foot is gonna step back behind you. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, drop your back heel and bring yourself into your warrior two. Big inhale here. Reach through the fingertips, straighten through the front leg. Hinge at the hip and then hand comes down to shin. Opposite hand comes out of the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, put a bend in that front knee and bring yourself into your side angle pose. Big inhale here. Exhale, pull your fingertips towards the back of the room. Open up through the heart and the chest. Big inhale. And then exhale. Bring your hands down to the inside of that foot. Heel toe your foot out. And you're gonna come down into your lizard lunge. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, hold. Two more big breaths, big inhale. And exhale, last one, big inhale. Remember, you can always take the top of the foot down, press down to the top of the foot to get into the hip flexor on that left leg. And then hands come down to the earth. As you kick your toes out, and you're gonna swing yourself into that low squat. Big inhale. So left toes up to the sky. Right foot, right toes point towards the upper left hand corner of your mat. And slowly walk yourself to your center line. Toes are gonna turn in again. Bring yourself into that wide angle forward fold. Pressing down through the feet, lifting through the hips, wrapping your muscles around your bones, pulling on the low belly. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, slowly walk your hands towards your left foot. Left toes turn out. And then you're gonna pop those right toes up. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. Two more big breaths, big inhale. Exhale, last one, big inhale. Exhale, lift through the hips, and you're gonna walk yourself back towards the top of your mat. Come onto the ball of that back foot. And drop down to that heel as you bring yourself into that side angle. Big inhale. Fingertips pull towards the top of the mat. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold one more time, big inhale. And then exhale. You're gonna pull yourself up, straighten through your front leg. Wrap your muscles around your bones, hinge at your hip. Reach here, hand comes to shin, opposite hand comes high to the sky. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, pull yourself all the way up. Put a bend in your knee, bring yourself into your warrior two. And then slowly, you're going to pivot on the ball of that back foot. Nice deep inhale. Hands reach high. Hold here. And then you're slowly going to step your left foot back to meet your right at the back of your mat. Hands move down to heart line. Hands move down to your sides. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing again, but we're going to take it that opposite way first to start. So we're going to step with our left foot first. Okay. So inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, step it out. Come into that high crescent lunge first to start. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. Drop that back heel, move yourself into your warrior two. Reach through your fingertips. Pull through that knee, open through the front part of your hips. Straighten through that leg, and then reach. Hand comes down to shin, opposite hand comes to the sky. Big inhale here. Exhale, put a bend in your knee, bring yourself into that side angle. Find the reach. And then exhale slowly. Pull yourself down. That left hand comes down, or right hand comes down to the inside of the left foot. Left hand comes high to the sky. Pull back through that left hip. Go forward with your right. And then turn and pivot the chest down to the earth and turn the toes out. Come down to that knee and come down into your lizard lunge. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Remember, you can tuck those back toes, press down. Let that knee float out to the side a little bit more. Be mindful of the outside of the hip. And then hands plant, lift, turn your toes, and then you're slowly going to drop down into that low lunge. Big inhale. Checking in with that knee again. Making sure it's not coming beyond your toes. Pull yourself through your center line and drop down. Turn your toes in, and then let the crown of the head come down to the earth. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. Two more big breaths. Big inhale. Exhale. One more time, big inhale. Exhale slowly. Turn those right toes out. Left toes pop up. Bring yourself down. And slowly lift through the hips as you turn and pivot yourself into that left hand to the inside of your right foot. Right hand comes side of the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, turn the torso, drop your back heel, and bring yourself into that side angle pose. Pull yourself up. Reach to the fingertips. Hand comes down to shin, opposite hand rises high to the sky. Big inhale here. Exhale, slowly pull yourself all the way back up. Pivot on the ball of that back foot. Inhale, arms come high. Put some buoyancy in the legs, and then you're going to slowly pop your chest up and high. Foot is flexed. Big inhale. Step your left foot down to meet your right. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, dive down and over. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, Let yourself hang heavy again, and then inhale. Pull yourself all the way up to stand. Arms come high. Exhale, step back with that right foot. Arms come high to the sky. Drop that back heel and bring yourself back into your warrior two. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Hand straight through your front leg first to reach. Hand comes down to shin. Opposite hand to the sky. Triangle pose. Big inhale. Exhale, bend in the front knee. Hang out here casually. Hand to the sky. Or fingertips pull towards the back of the room. Big inhale. Exhale, turn and pivot. That right hand down to the inside of the left foot. Left hand high to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, turn, pop, toes up, drop down through your seat. Big inhale here. Exhale, lift yourself through your center line, toes turn in, crown of the head drops down to the earth. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hold, one more time, big inhale. And then exhale. Right toes turn out, left toes pop up. Hold here. Maybe you lift through your heart and your chest, checking in with your knee. Hands plant, lift through the hips and drop down through the heel. As you pivot, that left hand to the inside of your right foot. Right hand comes high to the sky. Exhale, turn. Drop your back heel and bring yourself into that side angle. Fingertips can pull towards the front of the room. Knee continues to be stacked over your ankle and moving towards the baby toes. Reach here, roll it through the heart and the chest, and then slowly pull yourself up, straighten through your front leg, hinge at your hips, and bring your hand down to your shin. Opposite hand high to the sky. And slowly pull yourself back up. You're going to pivot on the ball of that back foot. And then you're going to slowly step that right foot back to meet that left. Hands move down to the heart line. Nice job, everyone. Inhale. Arms sweep high. Exhale, flip down and over. Inhale. Hands to shins, flat back. Exhale. Hands come down to the mat. Walk yourself out and into your plank. Nice deep inhale. Drop down to the knees. And then take your sit bones all the way down to your heels. Coming into your child's pose. Nice deep inhale. Coming back to that deep breath. That deep space of intention. Leaning into the planting of a seed. The power and positive possibilities. There's lots of possibilities, y'all. But oftentimes we get swept into the negative within them. Call your fingertips out. Let your hips lift and bring yourself into a puppy pose. Your forehead comes down to the mat. Press down through the feet, the tops of the shins. Breathe here. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, plant through the palms and drop down through your hips as you bring yourself into your Sphinx pose. Raise up through the crown of the head, press down through the tops of the feet. Catch yourself in the lower part of the back as you turn and you look out past your left shoulder. And then move your head through your center line and turn and look out past your right. Hands come right next to your bust line. Baby cobra, pull your elbows in close to your side body. Press down through the pelvis. Try not to come up any higher than the belly button. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Big inhale here. You can always play with the strength of the posture by lifting through the hands, pulling up through the crown of the head, using the back part of the heart to pull you back. 2 more breaths. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time. Big inhale. Exhale, hands plant. Tuck the toes, send the hips back and high down dog. Drop down to the knees. Come down to the tops of the feet. Bring yourself all the way down and onto your seat. Kick your right leg out. Sole of that left foot to the inside of your thigh. Squeeze the sole and the thigh together. That knee drops down towards the earth. Turn your chest towards the top of the thigh, and then inhale, arms come high. Exhale. Come down and over. Drop your elbows to either side of your calves. Find that release in the back part of your glutes and your hamstrings. And slowly walk yourself up. Same thing, opposite side. Leg swaps out, sole that foot to the inside of the thigh, arms come high. Exhale, bring yourself down and over. Pull the crown of the head towards the top of the foot. Squeeze the sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh. Exhale, hold here. 2 more big breaths, big inhale. And exhale, last one, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk yourself back up. Take both of your legs nice and wide. Shift yourself forward. Move your sit bones back behind you. Open up through the back side of the hips. And then slowly crawl your fingertips out as you open up through the inside of the groin, the back sides of the knees. Use your heart to pull you into this posture, gripping onto your mats. Letting your hands lead you in as you soften through the hips. Allowing yourself to let go. Keep breathing here. One more big breath. Slowly walk yourself back up. Take your hands underneath your knees. Shimmy your knees up. Soles of the feet come together to touch. The further the legs are away from you, the more you'll open up on the outside of the knees and the IT bands, the outsides of the hips. The closer the heels are towards you, you open up more through the inside of your groin. So take what it is that you need on any given day. Always recognizing the body might need different things on different days. So pull forward through the heart and the crown of the head. Elbows to the inside of the knees as you slowly let yourself tilt over. Press down, pull up and in on the low belly. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. 2 more big breaths, big inhale. And exhale, last one, big inhale. And then exhale slowly. Knees come together in the center line. Legs move out in front. Lift and shift through your seat. Arms come high to the sky. And then exhale, bring yourself down and over the tops of the thighs. Pull in on the low belly. Crown of the head pulls towards the top of the feet. And let yourself first pull in the posture and then relax. And a lot of times we think that the relaxing needs to come from our glutes and our hamstrings, and it does. But first, relax your jaw, relax your shoulders, right? Let the upper body roll down and back. And then pull yourself in a little bit more. 2 more big breaths. And exhale. 1 more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk yourself all the way back up. You're gonna come all the way down and onto your back. If you have a strap, go ahead and grab it. If you don't have a strap, you can always use a towel or a blanket or a tie. But come all the way down and onto your back and hook the strap around the ball of the foot. And then walk up the strap with both hands, pulling the leg in towards you. So again, before you start to walk up the strap, find the extension through the leg. And then walk up. Pull it in towards you, turn the chin down towards the chest. Big inhale. Exhale, hold. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale 1 more time. Big inhale. And then exhale, let that leg slowly, still keeping the extension. So pressing through the sole of the foot, still keeping the leg engaged, still keeping your glute engaged. Press and allow that leg to come over towards the right hand side of your mat. So a lot of times we just kind of let the leg kind of just flop over, and I think that that's fine, right? But if we're standing, this leg would be engaged, right? Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale. Keep pressing the sole of the foot away from you as you lift the leg back to the center line. Strap comes into that left hand. Right hand comes long and wide, and then slowly let that leg rock over to the left-hand side. See if you can first keep that right hip down to the earth as the leg shoots over, finding more of an extension through the IT band up into the hip. And then you can slowly start to let that leg come to drift all the way over, and you can stack that right hip over the left. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, hold 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale, pull the knee back to your center line. Go ahead and lift that left leg to meet the right. Put the strap around the sole of that opposite foot, and let that leg that we just extended come all the way down to the end of the mat. Walk up that strap, pull yourself up. Right, and then lay your shoulders back down to the earth. Find that extension through the leg as you continue to pull that leg in towards you. Backside of the hamstring and the glute. Flex the toes in towards the face. Slowly, that right hand comes long and wide as you keep that leg engaged and you let that left leg drift over to the left-hand side of the mat. Keep the muscles wrapping around the bones. Keep finding that extension out of the hip. Letting the strap slowly, you can kind of choke up the strap a little bit, or choke down it, I guess, away from the leg and the foot to let that leg come down to the left-hand side. Keep breathing here. Exhale. 1 more time, big inhale. And then exhale slowly. Use the strength of the leg, wrap the muscles around the bones, bring it through your center line. Same thing on the opposite side. Hand comes to strap. Let that leg drift across body. Left hand comes long and wide. Finding that compression on the inside of the groin. The outside of the IT band first to start. Big inhale. You can always take your hand and grab onto the underside of your hamstring and thigh that's closest to the groin and pull it out and away to create some more space. And then slowly Let that strap come all the way over to the right hand side of the mat as you try and look out past your left fingertips. Keep breathing here, big inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale slowly. Press the sole of the foot away from you. Lift the sole of the foot high to the sky. Walk up the strap. And slowly release. Release the strap. Let that leg slowly, with control, move all the way down to the end of the mat. And then pull both knees up into the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug here. Pull down through the hips, create a little bit of compression. Let the low back come all the way down. Hold on to the elbows and shift back and forth side to side. And slowly release. If there's any final movement, sometimes plow pose can be a nice one. Shoulder stand, I'm not a huge fan of. I feel like it's a dangerous posture, but that's okay. But plow pose, hands down to the side, you press into the palms, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Pull in on the low belly as you take your chin to the chest and you come back behind the head. Hands can come to support the low part of the back. Still finding that extension through the feet. If the toes hit the mat behind you, you can always walk your toes in to find a little bit deeper stretch through the hamstrings. So you're still trying to pull up, essentially to the base of the pelvis. And then you can put a bend in the knees, maybe take the knees to the forehead. Deaf man's pose, you could really bend the knees and take them to either side of your ears and temples. And slowly let yourself come all the way down to the end of the mat, rolling down vertebra by vertebra, and then slowly letting the legs shift all the way down to the end of the mat. Toes off out to the side, palms face up to the sky. Press up through the chest, roll your shoulder blades underneath you, and allow yourself just to come into your breath. Coming back to that space of intention, of planting the seed of optimism and positive possibility. And today we'll end our practice from a space of gratitude, how we usually do this at the start. If you ever think, right, that you're coming away from positivity, come back to a space of gratitude. It will be the thing that centers you. Both that and allowing yourself to come back to your breath. So we give gratitude to the universe, right? A praise, right? For this energy that is a collective force that we are a part of, but it is also something that is bigger than us. Call it whatever you like. Understand and recognize that it is there. And because it is there, we are here. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Give gratitude to this earth as she reminds us that we are always supported, that we live in a space in a world of abundance rather than a world of scarcity. That we have everything that we need and that we ourselves are more than enough. Sometimes we just need to be better about asking for help and pressing our pride to the side, or sharing the resources that we do have. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Give gratitude to the indigenous peoples of these lands. So here in Billings, the Cheyenne, the Salish, and the Blackfoot tribes. Always reminding ourselves that land acknowledgement is just the first baby step in us coming into a right relationship and doing the right thing. Go through the motion and the emotions in order to get to the right place. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Give gratitude for this practice of yoga and for Black and brown people as the original creators and sustainers of this practice. In the space of ahimsa, which is non-harm, non-violence, the space of loving action. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Give gratitude to our bodies and to ourselves, to our own ancestors and our own lineage, acknowledging their trials and ours, and our triumphs, our tribulations, and also our transgressions, and holding ourselves accountable and responsible for the healing of the damages that have been done, and the building to create a world that is peaceful and kind and generous and honest and just for 7 generations and beyond. Big inhale. And exhale. And if there's a person or persons, place or places that you'd like to dedicate this practice or this moon cycle to, in honor of, reminding you that it can always be yourself. If you're feeling strong within yourself right now, maybe you dedicate it to someone else. If you're still feeling out of balance in things, maybe you again continue to turn that mirror and reflection back on you. I would say do that regardless, right? But maybe it's the full effect. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, you can slowly blink open your eyes. Come back into the room and into the space. If you're still on your backs, you can slowly make your way up into a simple seat. Hands can come to your heart, they can rest down on your knees. The divine feminine, the divine masculine, the divine light and divine love within me sees, honors, and reflects the divine feminine, the divine masculine, the divine light, and the divine love within each of you, the collective we and all of us. Thank you all for sharing your practice with me on this new moon, and for trusting me with your bodies, hearts, spirits, and souls. And remember, you can always come back to this practice time and time again throughout the course of this month to come back into that space of self-reflection and positive intention setting. So, with that said, go in peace. And remember to serve love always. Thanks so much, everyone. I'll see you all real soon.